What's up, people? I'm gonna do a story time like everybody else does and see if it catches on. And if it does, then I will do more of them. Alright. So anyway, let's see. I live in the state of Maine, and a lot of the time when you're involved in doing copious amounts of heroin and cocaine and various other substances, you end up in other states chasing the drugs. In this particular time, I ended up in Massachusetts. Alright, I was with two people, a couple, who were also addicts, and we went there to get heroin. Sorry, my place is like trash right now. My kids had movie night last night and got popcorn and toys and everything everywhere. I haven't cleaned it up yet. Anyway, so they were also addicts. They were driving. We were in their vehicle, and we were going to get heroin. For some reason, I had some crystal meth on me. I think I got a, decent deal on some. I had gotten like an ounce for $650. And so, I still had some of that left. And I don't even like meth, but if it's there, I do it, and every time I hate it, just the same, but I'll still do it. I don't know what's wrong with me, honestly. So anyway, we'll call these people Jimmy and Katrina, right? Both savage addicts. And so we go down there. We go to Springfield, I think's the name of the town. And we see Jimmy's friend. And we buy some heroin. He buys some. I buy some. Yada yada. Whatever. We hang out at his friend's house for the night. I don't even think we stayed the whole... Yeah, no, maybe we did stay the whole night. We ended up leaving the next morning. We ended up getting real high at Jimmy's friend's house. And everything was going okay. We go to leave, right? And everybody, we're all still, getting high and whatever. And I'm also dipping into, the meth. And I had also given Jimmy some to give to his girlfriend, Katrina. She did some too and whatnot. And whatever, she really liked meth. So anyway, I'm shooting meth and dope. And, it's the next day, and we had kind of like been up all night aside from heroin nods, which aren't really, sleep. And we stop at a CVS, right? And Jimmy's, he had just done a shot, whatever. He's tired. He's fallen asleep in the passenger seat of the car. I was sitting in the back. His girlfriend Katrina was driving. So he's fallen asleep. He's okay. He wasn't overdosed or anything. He was asleep. To my knowledge, he seemed okay. He was breathing fine and everything. We went into CVS to get a few things. I wanted to get, I think we were getting a pack of needles or some clean water bottles. I don't know, random things. And we're in CVS, me and his girlfriend. Well, he's sleeping in the car, right? And I have all the heroin in my ass crack. I hold it there. I keep it there at all times after I get it. Especially making moves like this. I got arrested once when I was younger. I was 18. I had some pills in a syringe. I stuck it in the waistband of my boxers. I got searched and the cops found it. after that, I keep it right in my butt. And so we're in CVS, and all of a sudden 2 cops walk in. And someone working there points at us. He says, "That's them." We're like, "What the fuck is going on?" So the cops bring us outside. You know, there's a few police cars, an ambulance, yada yada. Apparently somebody had called saying that my friend Jimmy had overdosed. They had him out of the car. They had Narcaned him, I guess. You know, and they found a couple of grams of dope, I think, in like the brim of his hat, which I don't know how he didn't get arrested for it. They had him go to the hospital in the ambulance, right? They wanted him to get checked out and whatnot and whatever, right? The cops searched the car. All they found really was just needles. I was at the methadone clinic. I had like 3 bottles, 160 milligrams of methadone in my bag in the back. I didn't even think they bothered with that. They just found like needles and stuff. Nothing. They didn't really find any drugs or anything because, you know, I had them on me. And I believe she had some hidden as well. And so I had the meth and dope in my ass crack. The cops searched me and everything. Even like pulled out my pants and like looked down them, but it was like in my, you know. So thank God I was holding it there for instances like this. Well, he goes to the hospital. We end up getting let go. They didn't find anything on me, just, you know, what he had in his hat or whatever. And he's texting her to come pick him up from the hospital. Mind you, we don't even know where we are. We need to get gas. We're using GPS to get to the hospital. At that point where we were, he got taken to Quincy Hospital, Quincy, Mass. And I'm trying to do a shot of dope. In the meantime, I'm trying to get it ready. I'm trying to do it, you know, before we go pick him up. He's starting to flip out, get mad. The dude's kind of known for that. He's, you know, not real good to the women he's with and whatnot. And, you know, he has a history of hitting women. I'll just say that. And real toxic relationships. Long history of it. Anyway, so I don't even get to do the shot. Because we end up getting to the hospital, picking him up. He's pissed off. Mainly, I think, because his dope got taken, whatever, yada yada happened. And the anger turns on me for some reason. You think, I don't know, because maybe I was with his girlfriend without him, whatever. We were in CVS and that happened. He's like, "Why'd you guys leave me in the car?" I don't know. He was pissed, right? So he's screaming at her, like about to ball up a fist and hit her. You know, and I'm just like, I'm like, bro. So, you know, I say something. And he says, "Get out." So he says, "Get out. Get out of the fucking car." You know, and at this point, I'm so done with him, and her for that matter. I'm like over it. You know, I didn't even have my shoes. I said, "Give me my shoes." They were up in the front seat because I was sitting in the front seat when we went to pick him up. And then I got back in the back when he got in. I grabbed my shoes. I didn't even get my bag with the methadone in it, and I had some clothes in my bag and stuff. I got out in Quincy, Mass. with a syringe, dope, meth in my butt, and my cell phone. That was it. They take off, right? And, I proceed to go in, like, the hospital bathroom, did another shot of meth. Well, I start getting so delusional and paranoid from this, from the meth that I was doing, that I convinced myself that he was coming back to find me, because I figured he didn't have any drugs to do. Or not much. I think she had some, but, I had most of the drugs, and they just had me get out the car. So after doing some meth, I convinced myself they're looking for me. right? And I'm walking down, like, just random streets and stuff, and I think I see the car go by, and I start getting real paranoid and, just tweaked right out. This is why I hate the shit. Just delusional. Shit that isn't even happening, right? So I'm convinced they're looking for me, and a car that looks like the one they were driving, pulls up by me, and I run, and I jump through fucking somebody's backyard. I'm hopping fences, I'm running through people's backyards, and I can hear that car step on it and, like, whip around the corner, like, trying to chase me, right? Mind you, nobody was ever chasing me. This was all a delusion, whatever. I end up in some dude's backyard just banging on his back door to let me in. At this point, I'm convinced they have guns. They're trying to kill me. So I'm knocking on someone's back door. He doesn't open the door. And, whatever. And I keep running, whatever. I end up back up by the hospital. At this point, I'm sketched out for cops. I'm sketched out for everything. I end up taking off another time when a car goes by, and I just am running through the woods, tripping over myself and shit. I take all the shit, all the dope and meth out of my ass, and I fucking stuff it under this tree, like bury it, right? And I keep running. And I end up running back up by the hospital, and I hear a car coming in. I'm like hiding, duck down. I hear a car coming in back behind the hospital. I think it's them. They're coming to kill me. He's probably got more. He's got his friends with him. Like, I ain't gonna stand a chance. I don't have any weapons. There's nobody around out back at this hospital. It's dead. They just beat me until, in my mind, they're gonna come kill me, right? I'm banging on windows and doors to the back door of the hospital. Nobody's coming. Right? Just think of how retarded this must look, too. Just completely out of it, just, like, banging on people, on shit, and, like, thinking people are after me that aren't. And, so, I get so scared that I call 911. Alright? Not to tell on anybody. Don't even go that way. It wasn't to, like, I wasn't telling on anybody. What I wanted safety. I just wanted to get the fuck out of there. I didn't know what to do. I thought I was going to get killed. I call 911 on myself. I say, there's people after me with guns. I'm out back of the hospital, hiding. Right? And 911's going, did you see the gun? Whatever. In my mind, I thought I had. I'm just completely tweaking. So, yeah, they're after me. They have guns. They said, who is it? I didn't tell. I said, I don't know who it is. I have no idea. And I don't know why. I mean, it sounds so retarded, And the cops end up showing up, and I come around, and I talk to them. I'm like, oh, I guess I'm all right. I'll just hang out right here at the I called my brother at this point, who's in Maine, to come and pick me up. And the cops are like, well, I'll just hang out right here by the hospital till he gets here. Where's he at right now? I told him he was coming from Maine. He was in, like, Kittery, whatever. And I hung out there for a while. It was a couple hours for him to get to where I was. It was dark out by this point. I'm walking around. I'm hearing him yell at me. I feel like there's people, like, in the woods around the hospital just waiting to get me, and there just wasn't. My brother gets there, and he brought a little .22 handgun. I said, bring it, let's go down in the woods. I need to get my shit back. I couldn't find it, and he's all pissed off too because he had to come pick me up in Mass. He just wants to get the fuck out of there. He's like, this is retarded. He doesn't know what's going on. And so I don't even end up getting it back. And, I got in the car, and I came back to Maine. And that is just one of my tweaked out meth stories, of delusional paranoia that was just completely all not real, and yeah. So anyway, I guess if people like this story, I mean, I high speed chases, times in jail, watching people get hit with soap and socks, times in high speed pursuits, people getting jumped, myself getting jumped, just all sorts of just crazy madness, overdoses, different rehabs, different states, halfway houses. I've unfortunately lived a pretty chaotic, rough life due to my addiction to these substances. But if you guys like this story, I got many more. And if you guys seem to react to this one, then I'll continue to post. All right, thank you.